Hi,
I think we're
guys.
live. Hello, how you all doing? Guys, look who it is. Over here somewhere. It's Mirud. Mirud, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm so happy to be here. And honestly, I feel like I'm having flashbacks from 2 years ago when we used to do this when Fig 57 was around. So I'm really excited to be doing this all over again. And literally, this is all I'm thinking about every single day. So I'm doing great. Just working hard, preparing for the show. I'm really excited to perform again. And for a lot of us artists, it's been a really tough year, especially because a lot of shows that we had, a lot of plans we had got canceled. We couldn't do any work. So I think we're just very happy to be able to do the festival in the middle of this entire mess. So,
Well, we'll talk about that shortly. But 2 years has gone quick, right? Since Festival 57.
yeah, I mean, it feels like it was yesterday, but yeah.
We're just quickly going to go to the live. There's already some people here waiting for you. We've got Clavs, Merry Fickmas. We've got Sarah O'Halloran, she can't wait. We've got Serdian's hyped. Morton V, not long. Well, no, he's here now. You don't have to wait any longer. And Sarah remembers you from last time, Maroon.
Aww.
We've got Morton V. We've got Michelle Rizicki.
Hi.
We've got Holly. We've got Nurton. We've got Joanne Johnson. We've got Con Chalmers. We've got Damian. Guys, ask your questions in the live chat. I can see some questions coming in already, and we will go to those. But Mirud, it's been 2 years since Vic 57. To come back, you know that we really wanted you to come back. So, I mean, have you come back just for us, or what's going on? Tell us.
Well, you know very well that the last time we did a live video about Fig 58, I did tell you guys that I was not planning to do anything for Fig, but that really changed later on after the whole Arelena Albania Jata thing happened, because I was actually waiting for a moment when the festival switches sort of turns, where they allow more modern songs to be a part of it. Because before, even when I went with None 2 years ago, I had different type of songs that I had sent to them, but they actually were not interested in materials that were more modern. They wanted something that's more classical. You guys know the deal with all the orchestra and all that. But yeah, I mean, this year during quarantine, I was like, okay, I couldn't stop listening to a lot of music from Kosovo singers, and I really got inspired to do something based on my culture and the village where I come from, to try to create a song that represents what I'm made of as far as music goes. And when we wrote the song, I was like, this is really good, so I really want to go back to Fig. So then I did, and I reached out to the directors of the festival. I was like, I have a really cool song and idea that I want to come back to Fig. And this was a conversation since July, so I already knew a while ago that it was going to happen. But I'm really happy that it's I mean, I was paranoid when the names were coming out because I wasn't sure how that's going to go. I wasn't sure who's going to be a part of it, so it was a little bit anxious. I was a little bit anxious, but it all went well. So here we are.
And you're saying that you were anxious, but the reaction that you've had to the song has been, I imagine, it's been quite overwhelming.
Yeah, actually, that was one of my biggest anxieties that I've had, just because of the fact that I am, well, in my repertoire, actually, this is what I do. I do pop dance songs mostly. But when I came in Festivali Këngës 2 years ago, I did a very classical pop song that was just obviously a very intense ballad. And I was not sure how people are going to react to me doing completely something different. Especially since None had such a huge reaction, I was a little paranoid about how this one is going to go, because it's completely different and it has nothing to do with that song at all. And but the reaction has been insane ever since the song came out. I've just been over the clouds, reading messages and having people write me from all over the world. It's just been crazy. People from Argentina write me, Brazil. I'm like, that's insane that people even get to hear the song. But it's been insane until today. The song almost has 300,000 streams everywhere, so I'm excited. And that's great. It just passed it. It passed 100,000 on Spotify and Apple Music, so it's been really quite amazing. And I'm just very happy that people like it and enjoy it.
It does sound really good, and definitely there's this ethnical element that we've been listening to, and we can't get enough of that. It's what you've been telling us, that it's from your background, from where you come from. I think this really would bring the extra thing you need to qualify for Eurovision.
Honestly, I feel like the song could do really well in Eurovision too, because
Yes.
I know that after revamps and everything, like there's way more things that I could do to the song. But obviously, the rules of the festival are that a song cannot be longer than 3 minutes. So there's just as much as I could do on a song. Like last year, rules were different. So artists had songs that were over 3 minutes, over 4 minutes. Like songs were way longer. But they went back to the old rules this year, which was the song cannot be longer than 3 minutes. So I obviously there was way more things that I wanted to do with the song, but there's no space to do it because of the minutes that they gave us, that we need to like keep obviously those rules and respect the rules that the festival has put. But yeah, I think it really represents what the music in Kosovo is, which is where I'm from, and I feel like it represents a lot of culture. It has like a lot of inspiration from all different type of musics in Albania that we have, especially like folk music. It has a lot of like elements of music that we use in weddings in Albania. So I wanted to incorporate that a little bit as well because I grew up around those things, and not necessarily everyone in Albania respects that because not everyone thinks that's a real music, but I use it because I am proud of it and like I come from that. So every single song that I do, I always try to use elements of like the music where I come from, especially from the village where I'm from.
I would
Well,
love to go to an Albanian
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah,
Well,
that
you
sounds
should.
like a big plan. Like
It's really traumatic, so
We love
really,
that. We love that. But I think we
Yeah.
should
love it.
listen. I think we should listen to a clip of your song.
Oh, yes.
yay.
Go for it.
I
Oh,
absolutely love it.
I'm actually very happy that you guys like it, and I saw your reaction to all the fixed songs, Andy, and I was so happy. I'm always like anxious when people get to my song because I'm like, I don't know what people. Anyways, but I'm very happy that you like it and both of you enjoy it. And
well,
also,
you
I'm
did.
glad.
There was. Go on.
No, I was just saying that I'm glad that we're doing this interview together again because 2 years ago I think it was both of you that interviewed me. So,
Yeah.
so it's kind of nice.
Oh, it's like repeating history, kind of. But
Yeah, but maybe this time I'll have better luck.
maybe the outcome will be slightly different this year. You've definitely got the support behind you, and you know there was a bit of hype before we even heard the song because you came into our live a few weeks ago, dropped a little hint about the style of the song, got everyone talking, and you've delivered.
Well, yeah. So I first did question and answer thing on Instagram with the fans after the names were announced. So a lot of people asked me in what type of a style is the song. So a very specific question was, is the song in the style of Metana? So I did say that on the live video here with you guys, but I also said that on Instagram. But a lot of people out there misunderstood that because a lot of people thought that I was trying to do what Elvana did, but I'm not trying to do what Elvana did. My song has nothing to do with Elvana, and I never said that I'm trying to copy Elvana or be Elvana because I don't think anyone can. I respect her very much, and I think she's a great artist. So that was a little upsetting, but I got over it very quick because people kept on dragging that story as if I was like saying that my song is the Metana of this year, but I never said any of that. The only thing that I said is that my song is on that style because the people who did that song also did my song. So that's the reason why it sounds similar in style. But yeah, it was a lot of hype and a lot of negativity going behind that because people thought that I was trying to compare myself to her, but that's not what I was trying to do at all. I respect her a lot. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she's incredible, and we all saw that she actually is incredible, and she's a huge talent. I love that song Metana, but again, like I said earlier, my song has nothing to do with her song. And the reason why I went with this direction of the song was not because of Elvana. I went on this direction of the song because this is what I do. And if people actually listen to my previous songs, this is the type of music I've been making since I started making music to begin with. And I only have one ballad for my entire repertoire, and that's none. I don't have any other songs that are ballads. The only songs that I do are pop dance. and that's what I've been doing. So I really just wanted like people to understand that I've always done this type of genre. It's not that Metana came last year and I just decided to move into that direction of music, which is not based on reality at all. Like I've been doing this type of music since I started.
And I can vouch for that, because even 2 years ago, I was listening to songs that you'd done that were in that style. I know you'd sent me some clips as well. So it's Mirud, and it's Mirud showing maybe to people that only knew your participation from before and haven't listened to your back catalogue. You're showing those people a different side to you, which many other people have already seen.
I think that's why Eurofans were confused, because I don't think most of them got to listen to the rest of my songs besides None. So I think going from None to this, I could understand how that could be confusing to people, or like how people could think that I'm trying to be someone else, but I'm not. I've always been Mirud. I will always be Mirud. And this type of music that I've been making, I will continue to make this music because that is what I do. That is how I presented myself with my first single, which actually was #3 in Albania. Like that single came out like 4 years ago before I even did Fic, and that was a huge hit in Albania. And it was a completely different song. It was pop dance. It's very different from what Albanians do over there. It was not a ballad. So I think that's where like the confusion really happened with the Eurofans, because they were really trying to compare that to None. Because even like some of the reaction videos where people would talk about that, they would say, oh, it's very different from None, and like people just continue to compare my song to Metana, but it really has nothing to do with Metana. But I think that happens to all the artists. Like I think all the artists experience that, where it's like, oh, your song sounds like this song, but it's actually not true. It's like we're all really working hard. All of us who are competing have done these songs to bring a little joy to the public in Albania, but of course to the Eurofans as well, because like I said, this has been a very hard year. All the shows and everything that people had planned in Albania were canceled due to COVID. And all of us are just here to like try to at least end this year on a good note and make sure that we show people some joy and some happiness through music and some entertainment, because it's just been very dead for everyone. So
Mirud, walk us through your song, through the lyrics for the non-Albanian speakers. What is it about?
So this song actually speaks about abusive relationships, and it talks about not just romantic relationships that are abusive, but abuse in general. So I wrote this song during quarantine because I had a lot of time to reflect, sit back, and obviously being home all the time. I started writing the song because I was experiencing a lot of intense emotions from the past. So I always try to use writing as a form of expressing my feelings and expressing what I'm feeling inside, because it's really therapeutic. So I wrote the song based on past experiences that I had in my life where I've experienced abuse and traumas. So it's basically just me expressing how devastating those experiences were, but also how stronger they made me. Especially in the chorus, I express that by saying, little by little, my soul is dying, but I'm still waiting for you to regret just one thing from everything that you've done to me. Because from all the times that I've died, I came back just so that I can stand in front of you. So that's what the song is about.
You're good at doing these songs with like strong messages and strong meanings.
Like that, with a type of lyrics like that for a pop dance song, because the song itself, the production of it, has a very happy feeling to it. So I think a lot of people think that I'm just like, God knows what people think I'm singing, but it's actually very it has very deep lyrics packed behind it. So I think but it also like has a clappy feeling about it, because like I said, I try to combine that with the lyrics by the fact that these experiences have made me stronger. So I wanted the song itself, the structure of the song, to have a happy, clappy feeling about it, because I want people to understand that you can always grow from those experiences. You can always learn, become better, and you can also help people around you who go through that, and that you're not the only one. So I wanted the song to have that happy feeling about it, because I wanted to basically just show that this experience has made me stronger, and like I'm in a happy place now, which is why the song sounds like I'm singing about something really happy, but in fact I'm not.
Yeah. Now we've already got loads of comments and questions in the chat, so I'm just going to go to some of them now. Michelle wants to know, what's the favourite moment of your song?
Oh, definitely the beginning, the intro of the song, because it's very dramatic and it represents what I am. It represents because I was trained classically. So I really wanted to use a lot of that influence on my voice when I was singing the choruses, because like I said, we don't get a lot of ethno songs from male singers in Albania. So like I really wanted to do something that's different, something that represents us. And the song is actually quite feminine. So and like it's very feminine. Like every single time that I listen to it, it makes me like, it just allows me to like be myself, and that's why I wrote it to begin with. But my favorite part is definitely the intro. I love the intro a lot, and like even when we wrote the intro, I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
You know what I love about the intro though is you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, and like I love that little pause in after the intro, because I'm like, people don't really know what's gonna come after that, but I do like the intro a lot.
We've got Polly saying hi, Mirud. We've got
Hi.
Nurten, Mirembrema. Is that
Mirembrema.
Albanian? One day I need to get you to teach me Albanian. We've got beautiful Joanne. We've got Con Charmers. Your song is a bop. Have you got any staging hints for us?
Ooh, I
thank
wanted
you
to
so
ask
much.
about that.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm really glad that you like the song. But as far as staging, yes, we have a lot of great things planned, but I don't want to say much because I never in my life have worked so hard for a performance or a presentation of any of my songs. Even on the last fic, I didn't really do that much preparations for the show itself. So this year I'm really ready to go, and I've done a lot of cool things, but I don't want to say much until the actual show happens, because I want everything to be a surprise, because this time it's just going to be the true me, the actual me, where I don't have to pretend like I'm someone else.
If there's a choreography, you don't have to say if it's going to be choreography or not. I'm definitely, and Andy's definitely going to learn it.
Well, yeah, there might be some of that.
He knows that I can't dance already.
But we at least will attempt. Like we will reduce and simplify the moves until we do like something that's achievable for us.
Well, let's just give it a shot.
We've got I can't read that comics. It's in Albanian, but I'm sure it's lovely. We've got the Duza Pointer who says hello. We've got Patrick Novak. We've got Serdian. Ariana loves Mirud's catchy song.
Oh, thank you.
We've got Shady Shay saying hey. Shady Shay is a reactor on YouTube. Shady, you need to react to this song because I think you're going to love it. We need to see a Mirud reaction.
Listen to it. Please listen to it.
It's worth it.
Let's have a look. Polly, or maybe this will come later for Andy, but she thinks you should have a cheeky sing of Mal, which is my favourite Eurovision song. Maybe later, Polly. Let's have a look. We've got S. McLean. Congratulations on the song.
Thank you so much.
Sarah O'Halloran wants to know, did you see Junior Eurovision this year?
I did not. No, I did not. I did see who won. I didn't listen to her song, but I did see who won. Apparently France won, but I did not. I mean, it's great that they do Junior Eurovision, but I've never watched it, so.
Let's have a look. Con is saying Albania needs a bop, praying that you go to the Netherlands. It would even chart well here in the UK.
Thank you so much. I'm also hoping the same. So,
can we ask you about, because Albania is quite famous for translating some of their entries into English. If you were to get a ticket to Rotterdam, would that be a plan, or would you keep it in Albanian? I know what I want you to say.
No, for sure Albanian. I can't see Nëse Vdes in English. I just can't, and it will be very hard to like express the same sort of emotions the song has in English, just because Albanian language is very different. So like we use different words to express things, and I just can't imagine that song in English. So if I do get a ticket to go to Eurovision, of course I will keep it in Albanian. That's the whole point why I wrote it. It's actually written in the dialect that we speak in Kosovo, in Gig. So it's not like when you listen to the other songs in fic, like they're not the same dialect that I used. I used the dialect that we speak in my village. So it's a completely total dialect. So I want to keep it at that because I'm trying to I'm trying to show the art and the history of music in Kosovo, which has its own story from Albania, like separate from Albania.
The instrumental, if I just hear the track with just the instrumental speaks for itself. It's so expressive. It would be hard to put that sound into English words. It would sound a little bit like very.
I think it would just be way too corny. I think it would just be way too corny if I translated that into English. And I like, even now as we're talking about it, like I'm trying to think what I would write in the English version. Like I'm like, that will sound so weird. So definitely not. It will definitely stay in Albanian because I also think it's beautiful that way.
That is the correct answer, by the way. Don't translate it in English.
No.
Sometimes it can go very wrong when people do that.
I know.
Matt Robinson loves your song. We've got Deep, Such a Bop. More love from Joanne Johnson.
Thank you so much.
Press team is your his or her winner.
Thank you.
Damian, why did you decide to make a bop after Great Ballad?
That's a great question.
None.
So I actually decided to go with a different song for many reasons, because like I told like I said earlier, that even when I sent None to Festivali Këngës a few years ago, I actually sent a few different songs so they can pick whichever they like, but they wanted me to do a ballad. But in fact, I did not want to do a ballad that badly. I wanted to do something that's more upbeat, something that's more me, which is, like I said earlier, I do pop dance music, and that's the genre that I have always done. But this year, the reason why I went with a completely different style is because after last year's participation of Untitled, there was more room and like more opportunities on the festival were like open to basically incorporate other genres. So because Elvana was kind of that person to open the doors for a whole new style of a song to be part of the festival, I was like, okay, it's time for me to do what I know to do and like what I've been doing. So that's the reason why I decided to go with a completely different song. That's not to say that I don't like None. None is still one of my favorite songs I've ever written, because it just means a lot to me. But as far as like the whole structure of a song or a production or anything, this is definitely my favorite I've ever done. So the reason why I wanted to send it is because I knew that the quality of the song, I knew that the lyrics, the melody really deserved to be showcased in the festival, and I think the festival really deserved a song like Nëse Vdes to be a part of it. So I'm really happy that people like it. But that was my anxiety, like I said earlier, to like switch completely, like to have two different styles of the songs that I sent, because None was also very successful, and people really loved that song. And it gave me a lot of anxiety before this song came out, because I wasn't sure what people are gonna think of it, or like, because people have very specific ideas of where they see me singing and what they see me singing. A lot of people want me to just sing ballads, but I only have one ballad, and that's None, throughout my entire career. And I had like 11 singles maybe out, and they're all pop dance.
This song has many, as you mentioned before, Albanian traditional sounds. Are there any typical Albanian instrument used in this song?
No, but the melody on the drop, the piano part on the drop, it's very, very typical of the piano, electric pianos that we use in weddings in Albania. So that I could say that that's the biggest piece, or like part of the production that we use, that's like of the instruments that we use that are very Albanian, which is like that type of piano playing. It's very typical in like traditional weddings and stuff, or like a very folk songs. They tend to have that type of melodies. So I wanted to use that, and especially the chorus is, of course, the clapping part. That also represents something that we do at weddings. So there's a lot of clapping, like there's always the bride dancing in the middle or something. So I wanted to incorporate that as well, because it's very typical of like what we do over there with music, or like if someone is singing, everybody's clapping. So I wanted to give it that feeling.
Polly saying if you go to Rotterdam, she's going to be very proud.
Thank you.
8.5% Albanian.
I love you, Polly. You're the best.
We've got Christopher. Love you, Mirud. Can't wait to see you in the competition this month.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
We've got ESE Manga, who's from Turkey. Your song is beautiful. Nutancy wants to know, what is your favourite Albanian song?
Ooh, Okay. I would say there is this very old song by Nejmia Pagarusha, who I mentioned earlier that she's the first singer from Kosovo, a female singer to actually record music. And she has a song called Mora Testin, and it's my favorite. I still listen to that song basically every week because it just inspires me to create music and to go back to my roots.
I need to check that song out.
It's really good.
We've got Fatma, Love You All. Ariana, love that you're playing to your strength. Your style is fab.
Thank you so much.
Got Yusuf, Kosovo King, period. We stand, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mirud, rail me. I don't know what that means. Is that Albanian?
I don't know what that means either.
You have a fan. Let's just say he fans.
Holly, thank you for being a voice for abuse survivors. We've got Serdian. So nice to have a bot with a message to show that not just ballads have deep meaning. This has to be one of my favourite questions we've ever had. Mirud, how do you care for your beard?
Please, give me.
How do you look after your beard?
Oh, I mean, beard oils. There's beard brushes I use, beard balms. There's a lot of different stuff, but yeah.
Okay, I'm keeping tips on mine.
I wish I could grow mine that long.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of beard.
It's a lockdown beard, isn't it? Everyone's been growing beards in lockdown.
Especially me.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that on camera, Clara, but Yusuf wants to know, how do you feel about the changes to FIC this year? And do you think they can help you in the contest?
I mean, I think it's great, especially for my song. This actually works great. As much as I love the orchestra, I don't know how my song would sound with an orchestra, just because it's so upbeat and modern and all that. So, like, I don't really know what it would sound like. So I'm really happy that, not to say that I don't have respect for the orchestra, because I really do. I think they're great. Just for the type of style of the song that I'm going with this year, I think it's better to have the instrumental play in the back instead of an orchestra. So I feel good about that part. And as far as the festival being outdoors, I also think that's also great. The festival has been held outdoors, and I actually kind of hope they continue to do that, just because more people get to see artists perform. Because when it's Palati Kongreseve, you need to buy tickets, and not everyone can afford those tickets to go and watch artists perform. And it's not like Palati Kongreseve, it's huge anyways. It's not that huge. It's big, but it's not that big. Like, it doesn't fit that many people. So I think it's better to like be outdoors, although I don't know if the public is going to be allowed or not this year, but I'm assuming yes, because it's outdoors and people have space to like stay 6 feet apart from each other, but I don't know what's going to happen. But I think it's great.
I'm just so worried about this year. I'm just worried about you all getting cold. And I know, well, like, everyone goes out and sings on the stage outside, don't they? Arenas are outside, but...
Well, they promised us that we're going to be warm and that they're going to have heaters for us, even on stage. Like, they're going to have big heaters where we'll be warm. So I'm assuming that they got all that handled, because I would be surprised if they don't and just let us freeze. But they told us they got everything handled. So obviously I have belief in that they have everything prepared. And also the stage design looks pretty great. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's 3 minutes, isn't it, out in the cold, really? So it's not too long.
Yeah, and plus I'm sure everyone has a cold, so we'll be fine.
And with the adrenaline, you will not be able to feel it.
Exactly. Or like I'll just drink a lot of tea. That's probably what I'll do anyways.
We've got a lap. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm done.
We've got Latvian saying hi. We've got Lydia ESC says hello. Serdia Mirud is in it to win it. Yes. Con Charmers living for this. Loves your attitude towards the whole thing. It's just so warm.
I mean, we all have to be positive. Like, when I was there 2 years ago, I really did not like the fact that there was so much negativity because we were competing with each other. And I really tried to like be very mindful of that this year, because I urged the other artists as well to like not turn this into a war, but instead of like make it a place where we can all enjoy ourselves and like enjoy each other's songs, because we all are trying to do the same thing. And obviously everyone wants to win. And anyone who says that they don't, that's an absolute lie, because that's why we're all going there. But I think it's very important to like be positive, especially with us artists, with each other, especially with like what happened last year. That was not fun at all, what happened to Arilena and Albania Jata, because they both got a lot of hate from all different kinds of people, and none of them deserved that. I know Albania didn't win, but I also know that Arilena did a great job. So um, obviously, we wanted Albania to win because we love her. So that doesn't mean that we don't love Arilena, but a lot of people really were coming for me too last year when we did the live video, because I said I really was hoping Albania would win. And Argentina fans started attacking me everywhere, which is fine, but I didn't want that same negativity to like happen this year. So I urged all the other artists who are also competing with in Festivali this year to just be more positive about it. And like it's a competition. Obviously, we're competing with each other, but there's no need to like put all this pressure to one another about the competition itself. You know, I think we've all had a very hard year, and it's very important to end it in a positive note. We've already had a lot of negativity, and like I don't feel like there's space for any of that. And I also did the same thing 2 years ago, which is I always try to show a lot of gratitude to all the artists, because I know how hard it is. I know how many sacrifices we have to make to even be able to perform there. So yeah.
What's going to be different about you walking out on stage this year compared to 2 years ago? Because obviously 2 years ago it was your first participation. What's going to be different for you this year, do you think? Are you still going to be as nervous? Are you going to feel more prepared?
I definitely feel more prepared. I definitely feel like I know what I'm walking into, because when I did the show the first time, it was my first time. I did not know what was going to happen. I did not know how it was going to go. It was a whole month of rehearsals and stuff. And like, I honestly think that most of the time I don't even know what I was doing during that month. But this year I'm very prepared. I'm organized, because I also have different management that work with me now. So they're more careful about handling stuff that I have to do when they're actually on it. And I think I will definitely probably still be very nervous, just because of the fact of, like I said earlier, there's something very different. So we had a lot of energy. But I'm going to walk into the stage just being me, being myself, and not trying to pretend like someone else, because I've already done that. And it was very toxic for me to go to Festivali Këngës 2 years ago and pretend like I was totally someone else when I was not. So this year, which is why I also did Goodbye a year after None, which just shows me and shows what I actually do, the stuff with the flowers and all that. So like I sort of like I'm trying to be that, because you don't see that in Albania a lot. You don't see artists, especially male artists, who are let's say that out there, but I am, and I actually want to continue doing that, because I want those people like myself. When I lived in Kosovo, before I moved here, I never had anyone on TV I could look up to and be like, okay, I can relate to that person. So like I want to get to people, because I know it can be very confusing to a lot of people and damaging mentally. So I'm just gonna walk into the stage being myself, being me, prepared with everything that I've prepared for the show and stuff. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. It's just gonna be me, and people will get to see the 100% of me without any worries or any fears about what like anyone else will think.
God, sorry, I'm just getting a little bit emotional reading one of these comments. It's from Chris Boss. Wants to say that he or she listens to your song None a lot. Feel it's because their mum passed away 2 months ago, and the song means a lot to.
I am so sorry to hear that, and just know that you have a friend to talk to, and if you want to message me, you can DM me, and I'm here to talk to you, okay? And much love to you.
But isn't it amazing though that a song that's very personal to you can also give that comfort to other people? Because that song was a very, very personal song.
Very extremely personal song, and I was very happy even when the song came out that people had that sort of reaction and connection to the song itself. I was not expecting for any of that to happen, especially because it was my first time, and actually not a lot of people in Albania. I'm not talking about Kosovo. I'm talking about Albania. Not a lot of people in Albania knew about me. People were more familiar to me in Kosovo than Albania. So that is like the first time when people really started getting to know me. And of course, because I collaborated with Herlida Adani on that, that also made the song even more popular, and like it gave people more like opportunity to listen to it because her name was involved in it. And of course, I adore her, and I think she's a huge star, and I'm still very grateful that she worked with me on that song. But that's ultimately my goal, and like what I want to do with my music. Like I want people to connect to my songs in whatever language I'm singing. Like I want people to understand that when I write songs, I'm not just writing a song about a car or like that and this. I write songs about stuff that has changed me or had impact on me, like anxiety, depression, abuse, traumas, like those type of things that I write about. I will continue to do the same because that's just a way for me to share my stories, and that's how I prefer to share my stories. It's very therapeutic to me to write something and then have it turned into a song. So that whole process of that happening really makes me, it just fills me with joy, because what happens when I write songs and then I start working on demos and then I finish it, I actually stop listening to my songs after they're done, because the whole process of making it, that's what gives me joy. And then once it's out there and I see people like it, I of course am filled with joy. So it's great to
But
see
Chris
people
Boss,
connect to songs.
yeah, Chris Boss, we're sending you lots of love, and stay strong.
Yes.
There is a braveness on digging on your personal experiences to write, and it's very generous of you to want to share it with the world, even if you do it just for you. But knowing there are so many people that are going through the same thing, it's almost like you're building a community through your songs.
Yeah, for sure. Because obviously, because of my career, there's a lot of people like on social media and stuff who I reply to, and they are very excited about my replies. But to me, I'm like, of course I will reply to you guys. I am very happy that everyone is taking the time to listen to my song, and I'm really grateful for all that. I'm grateful that people find time to look me up and like find the song, listen to it, write to me about it. Like I really appreciate that, and I said many times that like I would never be here if it wasn't for all these fans who listen to my songs. And just because I make music or I'm in Festivali Këngës or I'm doing this project or that project, that doesn't make me any different from you or that person or this person. I'm still a human being who struggles, and I go through things as well. And that's what I just like want to create a space where people can find themselves in music, and people can connect to stories that I'm telling. Because a lot of artists out there who write, they're actually scared to show their messes. And I'm not. I'm not perfect, and I will never be perfect. So that's why I'm not scared, or I never have fears or anxiety about sharing my messes throughout life, or like messes that I've been through. So like that's why I write about it, because I think it's important for people to feel like there's a lot of us who go through things, and it's very normal to go through things, because that's just life, and that's how we operate.
We've got Twan in the live chat saying hello. Con, please don't
Hi.
change it to English. He's not
No,
going
that's not
to.
gonna happen.
Lydia, keep it in Albanian. We've got Lavian, keep it in Albanian.
Yes, Albanian.
Yes, keep it in Albanian. He's not doing English, guys. He's already told
I'm
us.
not.
Well, that's decided. He's keeping it in Albanian. Thank you, guys.
Yes, it's definitely gonna be Albanian. So
we've got Derdien. Hello to you. We've got Marcin Jobsen. We want more ethnic songs. Love you. Jade Funky Coffin. Okay, so apart from Albania, which hopefully will be you, which other country are you looking forward to next year at Eurovision?
Ooh, is Victoria going with Ugly Cry?
That's not the confirmed song. It's one of the possible songs.
Okay, well, I'm very excited for Victoria. I think she's great. I also, even when she did that song last year, I was really impressed by her talent. I think she was great. And the fact that this new project, like she directed all that and she did all that, that's incredible. So I'm definitely excited for Victoria. Also, I don't know how to like say her name, but I think she's from Portugal, Eden, whatever her name is. I think
from Israel.
Oh, Israel. I'm sorry, I said Portugal, but she's also really good. And I listened to actually her main songs, her demos, and I'm excited for her. I think she's great, and I love her stage presence. I love the way she dances, and I'm really, really excited to see what she's gonna do. And I hope that she picks Ooh La La, because I love that.
Oh, that's the one I chose as well.
Really, I love that song so
Yeah.
much. I think I was like, oh my god, I know she's singing in French and all that, but like, I was like, that's great. That could do so good in Eurovision. Like, people love that thing, and I think that song has so much energy, and I hope they pick that one, but we'll see.
And George saw your Instagram story where you spoke about Eden's songs. Wants to know, are you a Euro fan as well?
Oh, of course I am. I especially the last maybe 4 or 5 years I've been watching it every year, and yeah, of course I'm a Euro fan. I love the show itself. I love how much marketing it gives to artists, and I just love to like see this sort of huge contest happen in Europe, and like have all these countries represent themselves and their cultures and stuff. And I think it's great, and that's my favorite part of it. Like I just love how different every type of song sounds, and like when you listen to a song on Eurovision from Sweden, that's Sweden. Or like when you listen to a song from Greece, that's Greece, because they have very distinct styles of what they do. So I think it's great. I love it. Of course, I'm a fan.
Guys, there's so many more questions and comments. So I'll try and get through as many, but we're going to have to wrap up soon because this man has to save his voice. He's got competition to do in a couple of weeks. We've got Matthew Blackie, a great song. Where in Kosovo would you recommend visiting?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Where in Kosovo would you recommend someone to visit?
Oh, Prizren for sure. It's the city where I was born at. I actually was raised in a village called Medved, but definitely Prizren. Prizren is beautiful.
Okay, we've got Sergio wants to know, how do you take care of your voice?
There's a lot of stuff I do. I do vocal exercises. I obviously drink a lot of tea, a lot of liquids. There's a lot of things that I'm able to get here in the United States that are very good for your voice, like oils and stuff that you can use before performing. Steamers are great before I perform. I've learned recently, actually the last year and a half, that before performing is really good. Like have a steamer. So I have a steamer. I always use that before I perform because it just moisturizes the voice and vocal cord and all that. So that's how I prepare.
Do you know, have you done like some beard promotion recently? Matrix loves everything about you, your song, your humor, and your beard. How do you take care of it?
Well,
beard, guys.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, my beard is more famous than me. But yeah, just beard oils. There's beard brushes. It's very important to use those brushes because it just. So that's what I do. There's a lot of beard oils that I use and stuff. It helps grow the beard and keep it healthy and all that.
I love that. The possible Albanian artist for 2021. We're talking about his beard.
Well, I'm gonna come back with a song that's a beard next time. So.
We've got Twan says loves your song. Hey to you, Twan. I have to confess, there's a few comments saying, "Can you sing Marl" by Ugent Bush Pepper? And I might have answered that in people's minds before this video, but I'm not going to make you sing it.
I am not going to sing that song for a few reasons, because I am not trying to show disrespect to him because he's a great artist and I'm not trying to ruin that song. But Ugent is great. He supported me from the beginning, even when I was at none. Ugent really did support me from the beginning. He even when I performed the second night of the show and I was not qualified, he was actually the first person to reach out to me, and it was really nice to hear from him and have him say something just like sort of give me comfort, and that just felt great, especially coming from him, because I think he's a great talent, and I'm incredibly honored that he knows about me.
We've got I can't read the name, I'm sorry, but someone else that loves you.
Vladimir Kanov.
Well, I love you too, Vladimir.
Sarah Halloran would love to perform with you. Vladimir saying you've got flawless English as well. Let's have a look. Lots of love for you keeping it in Albanian. Someone, I can't see the comment, but someone did ask, what's your earliest fic memory?
My earliest?
Yeah. From Little Mirud.
Honestly, the only times when I really started watching FIG was when Ronani Shlio won, because she was the first singer from Kosovo to win the festival in its entire history. So that was a great moment for us artists in Kosovo, especially because she sort of opened that door for more artists from Kosovo to win it. And then Lindita Alimi came after her. But I that's the year that I really started watching it. And I was still in high school when Rana Nishliu won. So that was
Is that
2012, right? I was in the last year of high school, so that's insane. That's been like 8 years ago.
Yeah, that just makes you feel really old. Thanks for that.
I mean, I just remember going to school the next day after she won, and like I was in a conservatory. I was writing opera, and like all of us were literally talking about how amazing she did and how like we were just shocked because we had never heard anyone sing like that, or like we had never
I
seen
know, right?
exactly, or like we had never seen Rona Nishliu do that type of a song. So when we heard that song, we were like, "What? Like, is she like even real?" And yeah, it's just like great to hear her story. Even when I did Thick 2 years ago, like the producers of the show were telling me her story when she competed, and it was just fascinating to like see that she actually did not care about winning at all. She just went there to sing the song, and they told me a story about her being in the hallway practicing the song, and she told one of the producers that she's just there for music because she loves music and she's not there for any sort of trophies, but she actually ended up winning it because she did amazing. So she's great. I mean, she inspires me every single day. Even in None, she was part of the jury. She was very good to me. She took me in the next day after I was disqualified to just sort of give me a little bit of comfort and tell me that I should never stop and all that. So that was great to like be able to have that kind of support from her. And I just think she's iconic. And I don't think, but that's when I started watching Fic because of her. Because I honestly, that's my favorite song of Fic ever. So.
So is that your favorite Albanian entry? Because some people have asked that question as well.
It would have to be her, or well, honestly, it's a pretty. I mean, I have definitely her and Yonida. So I did love you.
Ooh.
I did love Yonida's a lot too. I think Yonida is very classy. She has this presence on stage that's just draws you in. I love like when she goes on a microphone and starts singing. I get lost in watching her perform, and I love that about Yonida. Even when we were competing together, I would watch her in rehearsals, and I would just be like, "Oh my god, she's so amazing!" Like she's just great, and like she has that stage presence that it's just like very hard for me to pick between Sus and Kleotokas. Yeah, because I also done a few songs with Eriona Rushiti in that style, so I know that they worked really hard on Theotokos, and honestly, she won it and she deserved it. And I said that during FIC when I competed, and I said it after that, and she nailed it. I think she's great.
Yeah, we are going to wrap it up now because do you know what? I always worry about you singers. Like a couple of weeks before, I just think about your voice, and if I'm the reason that you've talked so much that your voice goes, I literally couldn't live with myself. But before we go, do you have a message for all the supporters and all your fans that are supporting you again this year?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who took the time to listen to the song, everyone who took the time to message me privately, everyone who took the time to vote for me in polls and stuff and all this stuff that's happening. I really appreciate all that. I appreciate all the beautiful comments. And one thing I want to tell you guys is just be yourself. And that's all you could do. Be yourself and live your life because, like RuPaul said, if that person's not paying your bills, pay them no mind.
Yes.
We love it. We can't wait to see you perform in a couple of weeks. We're sure you've got something really special lined up for us. And like I said, the reaction to your song has been so fantastic. There's lots of people that are going to be rooting for you in a couple of weeks' time. And thank you so much for coming back. Look, we're almost going to have to get you a eurovoxx t-shirt because it feels like you're a part of the
honestly,
team.
yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, I should just like start working with you guys. I mean, I've been doing
You're welcome.
I've been doing
You're
these interviews for like
accepted.
so many times. Well, I'd love to. I mean, I'm obsessed with you guys. So and I want to thank both of you for taking the time today to interview me and like talk to me about the song. And it's really meaningful to me that you both of you listen to the song and you guys like it. And I'm really grateful that you guys pay attention to me and just continue doing your work. And I think both of you are great. So and I love your artwork, Claudia.
Oh, thank you.
I like literally watch your videos and I'm like, oh my God, that's so beautiful to like see it come to life with all the colors and stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Can we play his song one more time, Andy? Do you think we have time?
Can we?
Say again, sorry.
Can we play his song one more time? Do you
Let's
think we
play
have
out
time?
with the song, shall we? Let's do it.
Yes.
Yay.
So, Mirud, before we play the clip of your song, thank you so much. Good luck in a couple of weeks. And we will see you very soon, hopefully.
Thank you so much to both of you, and you guys have very happy holidays and stay safe. And yeah, just keep doing you. Both of you are great. So thank you again very much for having me.
Well, thank you. And let's play out with Mirud. And I'm going to let you say the song because I'll get it wrong. Nëse Vdes.
You got it right, actually.
Woohoo!
First time I've ever got an Albanian song title right. But thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Një pendim nga ti e tre